Hi everyone, welcome to the second video on Ansible learning series for network engineers. In this video we will see how to run a basic playbook using Ansible and get output from the device. In the previous video we have seen how to get output from a device without playbook. This was the command we have referred. So we were using Cisco device and this is the command we framed for Cisco iOS device. The only difference from previous video is I changed the device IP. So earlier I was using 10 series device, 10.10 series. Now it is 172.18. If you want to know the parameters what we passed, I was referring to the inventory file all, because I haven't added any value in my inventory file. Here this comma means I am just giving the direct IP of the device. If I don't give comma, it will refer to the inventory file. So far I haven't edited anything in my host or inventory file, so I'll be covering that in the next video. -C here stands for the connection. I'm using is network CLI, then the username is admin. K will prompt for the password. -M, the module I was using was iOS facts. This was a module I was using to get the output from Cisco device. Then the extra variable is Ansible Network OS is iOS. We'll try to execute this again. Okay, yeah, we got a host key mismatch error. If you get at any point, if you get this error, what you can do is there is a property in the configuration file. This is in etc ansible ansible.cfg. You can search for host underscore key. So we just need to disable this for host key checking, but in production it is better to add the host key manually so that we can verify the individual host. Now we'll try to run it again. Yeah, now we got the output from the device without using a playbook. So all the variables we were passing directly in the terminal itself. So now we will go to the official site and see what is their recommendation. So here you can see they have given a sample. So it starts with 3 hyphens. I'll copy the complete content and I'll create a file here. I'll call this 01 playbook.yml. So for running a playbook, you always need a playbook file which is in YAML format. YAML is a data structure format like JSON or XML. So it can be edited using any text editor. So these are actually text files which contains data in a particular format. You will be able to define all the parameters which you need to pass in a YAML file. So we'll go through these details. So first, these 3 hyphens, we'll see what is that. So for that we'll go to the YAML documentation. So here you can see these are some brief informations about YAML. A document begins with 3 hyphen and ends with dots, 3 dots. Both are optional, it is not mandatory, and this can be followed by a directives or 3 hyphens. So here what they are saying, documents may be preceded by directives, in which case 3 hyphens is required to indicate end of the directives. So if you want to know what is directives, as of now there are only two directives. You can see it as a YAML and another is tag. These two starts with a percentage simple. So as a beginner you don't have to bother about all this, because here in Ansible script you can see they recommend to use 3 hyphens. Even if it is not there, this script will work, but it is better to give. So if you want to know more about directives, you can go here, but as of now it is not required. Then once you come below that, you can see the key value pairs here. It is like beginning of a list item. So under task you can see again to list, so everything will be a key value pair. So you can see a semicolon and space between the key and value. Now if you see the contents of that, so under name they have given a name. In connections it is network CLI. Earlier we were passing it directly in the terminal itself, network CLI. Then gather facts. Gather facts is for disable the caching of facts in Ansible. If you give yes, you can define the subset of that. If you want to see some details about that, you can go here. So you can see the supported subsets of iOS facts. If you want to get only the interface details or some hardware details or configuration, you will be able to get it. Those things we'll cover in the future videos, some advanced use cases. So now you can just give it, we are just disabling the cache. So we'll go and edit our first playbook. So you can give any name. We'll give a description, and our connection is also network CLI. Host all, because I haven't started editing our host file or inventory file, so in the next video I'll cover that. So here I'll change to iOS device. Then the facts is going to be iOS facts. So here we are gathering all the subsets. Then from the output, if you see the previous output, it will be printing Ansible Net hostname and Ansible Net version. If you see the previous output, you will be able to see that. Yeah, Ansible Net hostname is R1. Ansible Net version is 12.4. Okay, let us save our script. We will try to run it. We can copy this. So our playbook name is 01_playbook. Then here we can give our device IP. Then username is admin. It will prompt for the password. Then OS is iOS. We'll try to execute it. Yeah. In some versions I have seen this is enabled by default, the cow, to disable that. you can edit the configuration file. Yeah, you can see a value here, no cow equal to 1. If you give that, this will go. We'll run it again. Yeah, now you can see the name, the plain name is network getting started, first playbook with Cisco device. Then it contacted the device and it is showing the host name and the software version. Now if you want to get the complete facts output, what you can do, instead of this, we'll remove this. Here the value should be host was inventory underscore host name. Now we'll try to execute it. So here you can see there is a message saying that now we got the complete output, complete facts output. So you can see found a duplicate dictionary key message. So but it is using the last defined value only. That means it has taken the second value. You can just comment this out so that that won't get executed. Now if we come down in this document, you can see in the next playbook they are configuring a device. So here they are setting up a host name. So we'll try to do that. So here you can see multiple tasks. I'll copy this. I'll create a playbook here. Okay, so here the name is playbook extended. We'll call this iOS. Okay, first it will print the host name. Then instead of host name, what we'll do, we'll create a username. Create username. Backup, yes, that means before making the configuration changes it will take a configuration backup. So I'll give the configuration command here, username Ansible, privilege 15, secret Ansible. So what this does, it will create a user with the username and password as Ansible. Then we'll show the changed configuration. Let's save the playbook. We'll try to execute this. Before that, we'll verify the configuration. So I have only one user called admin. So let me try executing this. Yeah, here we need to change this to iOS. And if you see the folder structure here, we don't have any folder, but once we run this playbook, we'll have a folder called backup. Password. Yeah, so you can see here it has made some configuration changes. You can see the color difference. Now we'll verify in the device. You can see Ansible has created a user. Similar way, you can make any configuration changes on a number of devices. So in the next video we will see how to get the device list from a inventory file, and all these variables or data we are passing, everything we will put it in the variables. Okay, now similar to this, we will create one more playbook with which changes the host name. So what I'll do, I'll copy this, .03 playbook.yaml. So you can see here it has taken the configuration backup before making the changes. Ansible has created a folder called backup because I have given enable backup. Okay, I'll put it here. I'll change this to change host name. And will enable backup. Then I'll give the command host name. I'll give the host name as Ansible configured. Okay, then we'll add this as well. So that we'll get the updated host name in the terminal. Yeah. Now let's try to execute this. 03. Yeah, before configuration change, my host name is R1. Now it has changed the configuration. Yeah, now you can see the updated host name, Ansible configured. The host name is Ansible configured. If you see in the device, you can see host name has changed. That's all in this video, the initial playbook. I hope this video was helpful. In the next video, we'll see how to use inventory file. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.